Howdy trainers, it's your favorite steel type Pokemon trainer, Xeadas, and I'm bringing you a new what if. And I'm gonna be trying two different things than I usually do. One, it's a new game to what if about, or spitball about, or do whatever about with Pokemon. I've never done a Pokemon one, so, hopefully somebody may enjoy it, somebody may hate it, but look, I'm doing this because I want to, and I want to dive into more Pokemon stuff while still keeping the variety I got. But the second thing being, I'm doing a sped up art video. So you'll be seeing my art. I've already done it somewhat, and I have to, you'll see an explanation here in a second. On screen, I have a text that will explain something. But I just wanted to say, what if I gave more Pokemon Mega Evolution? Something new. So I wanted to start by saying I'll be doing just that, giving 2 Mega Evolutions to 2 Pokemon. Starting with the Mega Araquanid from Gen 7. So obviously, number 752, the Water Bubble Pokemon, the arguably most terrifying spider Pokemon, Araquanid. This was a dope base design. I really like it myself, honestly. It is just deceptively weak. I wanted to give this 454 base stat total Pokemon, a Pokemon with a quarter of that, if not more, into one singular stat, with, again, 154, 132 of that was in special defense. So let's give this Pokemon a major facelift, a change of typing, and a whole new playstyle. But first, I'm going to give y'all its Mega Araquanid Pokedex entry, created by Europe. After the events of Prison Tower and Angers, I hope I'm pronouncing that right, I'm not even. Angers' blast of energy towards the sky, a group of Araquanid were found in this strange new form deep within Lumios' sewers. We speculate that the bubbles it now has contain such strong toxins it is able to even force a rampaging Mega Garchomp into a deep slumber or something far dark. I wanted to give a very new take and really reinforce the Arachnid version of Araquanid far more than just what it is. Starting with what you will see is 2 extra legs. It is now actually a spider, and there's a person on here that I know will say, I don't like it, and to that I say, I am sorry, but it needed to be done. So, to them, and I hope they will ever watch this video, thank you. But also, yes, I gave it 2 extra legs. Second, I took it from a water bug typing to a water poison typing. I feel like we needed more poison type Mega Pokemon than bugs. We have Heracross, we have Pinsir, we have Beedrill. I no doubt we got more, but those are just the 3 off the top of my head. And to diversify Araquanid from that group, I took away its bug typing, which with it being a fairly split and balanced defensive Pokemon, I think Poison's just a better defensive stat than Bug. So, making it a Bug Poison just seemed better. As well as, in ZA, at least the Pokemon I've seen, yes, Water's better for special attacking, but in the far more broad way of looking at it, Water's fairly split attack and special attack, where Poison ain't as much, in my opinion. So I thought making it a physical attacker in terms of ZA just kinda worked, versus making it a split attacker. As well as kinda reinforces that this is a ambush spider, not a hunting spider. It is an ambush, which means it's gonna jump on you. It's just the way. So, stat-wise, simply put, I am taking a huge part of its 100 extra base points and giving 60 of it to its already 70 attack stat, taking it to a nice round 130. That leaves me 40. I'm gonna take all 40 and push them into that 68 health, giving it a bit more bulk, or a bit more health to back up its bulk, taking it from 68 to 108. I'm not touching its speed. I'm not. I'm sorry. Again, I want this to be a ambush, sit and wait, hide. It's your backline. It is your anchor, in my opinion. However, outside of ZA, we definitely stack it with a Pokemon like Fargrigorath. I'm just pulling a random psychic type out of my butt, so Fargrigorath. And we're going to throw them with it Trick Room, which will change now. Hey, this Pokemon that's now, it's, usually slow, that hits really hard, but, usually, it's the last to go. It's now gonna move first with 130 attack in both Poison and Water, which means if you give it, let's say, Poison Jab, Mega Horn, Wave Crash, and something else, oh lordy, this thing could be a devastating Pokemon. That's just what I'm thinking. Now, in terms of design, Mega Evolutions, especially in ZA, love to pull elements of their pre-evolution. You don't really have that with Araquanid. Its pre-evolution, pretty much everything it has, everything notable, the evolution has in Seldom, it has extra. I couldn't really give it the collar, or the leaves, or the bug part that really sticks out. I couldn't really give it that. It has the bubble, it has, legs, 6 that become 8. So there's nothing really more I can add. So I decided to give it an extremely large pincers, somewhat inspired by Pinsir, more deep, more thick, and then give it 2 smaller ones, really just keeping its, the base design of the head with just a bit more of a touch-up. Really just trying to hit home that love, the design, without changing it too much, but still giving it that feel of it is just a much bigger arachnid than what it was. Also trying not to impose on those like Ariados or Spinarak that are spiders. They are point blank just spiders who are in the game, mind you. Ariados is in the game. You see it in Wild Zone 4. And yet they didn't give that a Mega either, but they gave one to Phalanx. They gave one to Tatsugiri. But not the next one I'm going to talk about, which is also from Gen 8. Going into the next Pokemon, and this is one I don't think a lot of people were expecting. Number 862, the blocking Pokemon, the Kiss-themed, Rock-themed blocking Pokemon Obstagoon. I know I said blocking twice, but I gotta reinforce the stopping power. Now, this Pokemon was really catapulted me into doing this video. I made the joke of, hey, Phalanx got a Gen 8 Mega, but that's the only Gen 8 native Pokemon that got a Mega. And my partner, whose persona is based off of Obstagoon, who I've done art for, who looked at me and she goes, that's really weird. And I got to thinking, and I point blank said, I don't like that. And they said, well, you're an artist, create. And I said, you know what? Bet. So that led me into designing Obstagoon, which obviously I'm going to get into the Pokedex entry, and my dog just did that. I'm going to get into the Pokedex entry, its stats, and then after the events of Prism Tower and Angers' blast of energy towards the sky, several Mega Obstagoons were found giving loud concerts in different pockets of Hyperspace Lumiose. The music these Mega Pokemon sang created such strong barriers. We theorize it could withstand even a rampaging Mega Garchomp, or even Tyrantrum's head smashes as it rages through the fields. I just wanted to take a very interesting Pokemon that is literally the blocking Pokemon and is music and unify them further. The only difference with this Pokemon and Araquanid was I'm not type changing it because I can't make it work. I can't, to myself, justify it going to any other type. I can't pick a good typing because Psychic, 4 times weak to Bug and doesn't kind of fit. Fairy, better defensively, but then which one does it replace? Also, why replace a typing at all, as it looks very normal Badger-like, just Badger Man. So I'm just going to leave it as a dark normal type. And now I'm going to take 45 and add that to its 90 base just physical attack stat, making it 135, and take the last 55 of that, again, 100 extra points, to make its 95 speed into 150. Its special defense, its defense, health, special attack, it's all staying the same. I could not find a reason to not buff those while also justifying buffing anything besides attack and speed, given it's fairly bulky, maybe dropping 10 from its speed, taking it to 140, out of 100, but 140, and giving it special defense to make it 91. But with 101 defense, which has to try and counter a 4 times weakness to fighting, which it's not, but I am also not making it a bulky Pokemon. It would be a very fast, very hard-hitting physical attacker, which is what I want to go for. I want it to be very quick, very strong, as I just said, but utilizing moves like Slash, Night Slash. It already has Boom Burst, so utilizing those 3 moves, which granted Boom Burst isn't in ZA, but add it. And of course, Obstruction is a status move, so it does not have to worry about being attack or special attack. That's all I gotta worry about is other moves it uses. Maybe giving it some extra physical coverage as well. Maybe giving it Iron Tail by level up instead of TM/TR as it was in Gen 8. Or Poison Tail, maybe giving it Poison Jab. Something unique, something different. Now design, I gotta have a lot of fun. Now, unlike the last Pokemon, Araquanid and Dewpider, really sharing the exact same notable traits in their design, Obstagoon got very little, and that made me very happy, because I'm able to really play with it. I took it from head to toe, and I'm going to go down that way. Starting off, I took its neat mohawk to a much more wild mane. There's a reason for this. I took its short vest and made it a long coat. I took its short tail and made it a long tail, and I'll go over each by simply explaining this. It was a rock Pokemon. What is stronger than rock music in today's society of making people not happy? Metal. So I decided to we got a rock aesthetic, let's make it metal. And it's stepping up, the music tree in my department of thinking. So we're gonna take the long coat from Linoon and put that back on it. We're gonna take its vest and obviously grow it to about its calves, giving it that nice long coat, something more unique. Then we're going to take Zigzagoon's very long tail, and Linoon also had a long tail, but you may just not be able to see it as well. But we're going to take Zigzagoon's long tail and slap it on there, because Obstagoon being from a Badger, yes, Obstagoon wouldn't exactly, Obstagoon really shouldn't have, a long tail. However, I wanted to give it more of a fluff, maybe a sweet thing where you have a person who's in a metal band, very aggressive looking, but just the biggest teddy bear, and that's kind of what I saw in the tail. The biggest sweetheart kind of thing. I just wanted to give it, something to stand out with, and that's also why I gave it 2 speakers, 2 just floating speakers. And I thought, this is where I got the idea for the Psychic or Fairy typing from. But then I thought, why why not just say they're a byproduct of the Mega Evolution energy? That it has so much sound-based energy that it just materializes as 2 floating speakers that are so powerful with physical waves of sound, it buffs its physical attack. Explaining that. Sort of giving it a credence to be there, but I just need something to spice with the design, and I loved the way these speakers really came out. So, I went with that. Now, with all this said and done, these designs now explained, I wanted to say thank you for listening to me ramble. Thank you for being here. I have been Xeadas, your favorite penguin and steel type Pokemon trainer. So please, down below, leave me a comment if you liked, hated it. You can tell me whatever you want within reason. Don't tell me your address, phone, whatever. Just tell me something you liked about the video or something you hated about the video. You may hate my designs. You may hate the color palette I chose for Mega Araquanid, where I chose to influence a bit of purple and darken down some of the other tones, and leave Obstagoon the same. That's understandable. It's your design. Or it's my design, but it is a fair critique, and I will accept it. Anyway, please have a great day, great night, great afternoon, great middle of the night, whatever it may be for you, wherever you may watch, whenever you may watch this. Just have a great day. Have a great night. I have been Xeadas. It has been very fun to talk about this. And with that, I'm putting these Pokemon back in the PC, let them heal up, and I'm gonna take a nap. If you decide that you may want more of this, you can subscribe. I will be trying to post a lot more videos in What If, but not as many spitballs here on. Please enjoy. Thank you so much. It has been very fun.